Alright, so welcome again people to MG Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing good and everything is totally fine. We cannot try to fix it from me, try to fix the mic, yeah. But big up on yourself people. Thank you very much again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you do, if you feel like, if you mind, you can hit the like button. If you don't, no problem at all. If you feel like subscribing as well, join the family, no problem at all. If not, still no problem in that. Anyways, so we're going to touch on the U20. So the U20 played their second practice game in Trinidad where they face up against Police FC, which is ranked number 3 in the in Trinidad. Now, one thing I have to clarify is this. Initially, I thought that it was the Police senior team, the club team. But Simon Preston also made a clarification that it was the Police U23 team that played. No, the correspondent that was in Trinidad who was doing the stream on Unseen Sports TV said that it was the Police senior team. So a bit conflicting right there. I don't know the player, so I can't rectify it for myself. But nevertheless, I have to say, pretty much from what I saw, I think it was a better showing by the boys. So let's start off by the starting lineup. So pretty much only 5 players remain in the starting lineup. 5 players who my apologies. 5 players who I would say are technically the coach. Maybe I try to look at these. I want to keep these players in the squad. So the starting lineup was Lynch in goal, Tawian Lynch, Michael Forbes, McKay, Molina, Malachi Molina, Christopher Ainsworth, Adrian Reed, Ronaldo Barrett, Kobe Thomas, Dustin Cohen, Keanu Jackson, and Harris leading the line. So those are the starting lineup. Are those players are in the starting lineup for John Wall? No. In regards to the starting lineup, as I said, only 5 players remain in the squad from the previous 5 that was there, and those 5 players would have been Lynch, no, not my apologies, Forbes, McKay, Molina, Reed and Barrett and Kobe. So those are the 5 players who would have remained in the squad. Now, overall, from in context of the game, I do think that the boys played a lot better in this one than they did in the Trinidad game. Maybe because it's closer to, I'm not sure, maybe because the quality might not be that high in the team. So it's quite hard to analyze because I don't want to say that the Police team is not good and then it's the senior team. I'm like, oh, because really and truly I thought that it would have been the senior team, and I thought that the senior team should have definitely put the boys to the sword because you are a Premier League level team and a team full of big grown men who are playing together for a longer duration. Nonetheless, in this game, you could see where the boys trying to play out from the back. A little bit more tactics is being deployed in this game. I think they showed a lot more patience going forward and maybe just a better balance, as I say, in the starting lineup, where you have players now playing in their right position. And even like in the first game against Trinidad, I thought that when Adrian Reed came onto the pitch, that's when we kind of I got a lot more solidity in the team. But nonetheless, he started in this game, so maybe that's the reason why we look a bit more composed, a bit more balanced. Where possession and the ball playing is concerned, I saw a lot of that. I saw the team trying to do stuff. I saw the team trying to do some stuff. I saw them really trying to get at Jamaica, the young Reggae Boys. And I saw the young Reggae Boys defensive structure stood up tall. I do think that Forbes also had a good game as well. Molina had a good game. I think the defense line in respect had a good game in this one. If you never watch a game, people can go and watch it on Unseen Sports TV. That's where the game is at. You can make your own analysis from it, and if me chat foolishness, no problem at all. Nevertheless, I still think I still think that this is also one of the things. But the bigger test for me personally is on Wednesday when they face up again versus the Trinidad U20 team, and I do think that with these 2 games that John Wall would have played, he would have had a better idea of what he want to do, the team he want to play, he want to put out there, and how he wants his team to play. So that game versus Trinidad, the last game versus Trinidad U20 team, shall be the better game to make an assessment, a proper assessment of what we are likely to do and what we can do. But this game, I don't really want to write it off, but I don't want to emphasize much on this game because of the relevance and the unsurety of it. Doesn't really matter still if the big team or the young team, because the thing is, the problem having is this: if it's a U23 team of Police, they match up fairly well to it. What I'm saying is, what would happen if it's a Police senior team? Would they have matched up the Police senior team? I personally would prefer them to play the Police senior team if that was the case. Nevertheless, where the performance is concerned, I thought the boys played a lot better in this game than they played in the first game against Trinidad. I think this is more of the second half. We saw more of the second half in the first Trinidad game in this game in this game completely throughout the 90 minutes than we saw, because you know that first 25 minutes in the first game kind of never did too hot. If I'm being honest, the first 25 minutes in that game never did necessarily too hot, and because of that we considered two early goals in which we find it difficult to bounce back from, and because of that it kind of made the scoreline, just blew the scoreline out of proportion. And then now in the second half, where we kind of get more dominance in the game, play a lot better. That is where it looked like we actually wanted or tried to do something. But as I stand at this moment, I'm interested to see what the starting lineup I'm going to see now. Now, the important thing is why the games are coming so quick and fast in between. It has to do with what's going to happen in the same qualifiers. That's how the games are going to be close in the qualifiers. Recovery, training, how they facilitate recovery during these time periods, or you adjust your tactics to get the best out of players, especially with tired legs and so many fixtures popping up closer to each other. That is where the important factors, and that's where John Wall will earn his money and reputation from. So let's see what's going to happen in the next U20 game. The next U20 game, we'll be doing a preview for that one as well, and hopefully get the starting lineup so I can give you guys the starting lineup as well, and then we can make a comparison between all three starting lineups that were all three starting lineups that we've seen, and look at the players that we see more consistent, and would have an idea of who John Wall is looking at, who John Wall have a bit more confidence in, and these factors. So it's very important that we look at football in many different facets, but that's how it is at this present moment. Anyways, big up on yourself, people. Smash the like button. Good performance from the young boys in their second outing. The third game is going to be crucial. Third game is going to give us a lot more information on what we should expect, what we should see, what it looks like. So bless up on yourself, people. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys again. Until next time, MG Sports TV, people, and we are out. Boom.